Hello YouTube and welcome back to The Zone, where I hope you guys have just enjoyed a very lovely dinner because I'm just about to ruin mine. Because this article, ladies and gentlemen, is Chris's kitchen. And the very first thing I see is do not consume. It seems like a bad omen, and from the word go. So let's begin. The instructions Chris wrote on this frozen semen container. Good advice for everything else in the kitchen. And you can see Chris holding the contamination, the sample in question, and you can see bags of trash. The sink is completely full. There's absolutely no space here whatsoever. I am actually going to have an episode of my own if my kitchen ever turned out like that. Chris's kitchen, located on the second floor of 14 Branch Lane Court, is a disgusting cesspool full of rotten food, dirty dishes, boxes of old crap, and several containers filled with autistic navy. Chris's computer was located here, and before the house fire, he had shot a few videos in this place, including various videos of him mass debating. Okay. After the fire, he kept his sperm in the freezer, next to the TV dinners and ice cream he and his mother ate. Oh boy. Oh boy. The kitchen, pre-fire. The following items were present in Chris's kitchen. Christmas decorations, including a tree, that were left to stew year-round and most likely have been there since the Chandlers moved in. Various pots and pans, disposable fast food drink containers piled up on top of plates, a mountain of presumably unwashed dishes and cookware covering almost half the window, the giant mound spilled out past the window and well around the corner of the bench. No space to prepare food was visible. One perfectly cylindrical object emblazoned with a Mountain Dew label, plastic bags, some apparently still containing matter, two chairs or movable set of drawers, both covered in junk. A potted plant sat atop the cupboard due to its healthy, uniform, bright green color despite living in a trash heap on a high shelf with no access to sunlight or water. Top men are certain it was fake. Paper plates were smeared with some kind of off-yellow food was clearly visible, sitting near the two fast food drink containers atop a mountain of rubbish. Could be an overflowing bin. It probably was. A purple box of tissues right behind the microwave in the far left corner. Various knickknacks on a small shelf obscure another part of the window. Coupled with a mount trash heap, this almost completely obscured the window. Enough junk to completely block off the door. And a Resident Evil biohazard fridge, where mold and yeast devoured everything that the Chandlers haven't. And, I know that's quite a lot to take in, but words could be only such feeble things until you actually see it for yourself. You could see just piles of crockery, plates, almost nearly halfway up to the window itself. It's impossible to tell how much if Chris felt as if, like, did it ever occur to Chris whenever he was taking these photos that, maybe shooting them whilst they show mountains and mountains of garbage was a great idea? I'm not entirely sure. And the kitchen post-fire. After the house renovation, the Chandlers managed to keep less clutter in the kitchen. There is now enough room for Chris and Bob to cook food on the stove, as shown during Thanksgiving 2016, when Chris posted photos of Facebook of the Chandler family's meal. And let's just, if you can call this safe, it looks like some kind of preparation of like meat of some kind. Mac and cheese. I think this is meant to be like peppers of some kind. Goodness knows what that's meant to be. Like applesauce of some kind, and that's obviously meant to be mashed potato. It looks not great, but I think it's somewhat eatable. Apart from maybe, I don't know if it's like safe for like, I generally don't know if this is meant to be like asparagus or some other kind of vegetable. Again, you can see more of gammon. It looks like it was actually prepared pretty well. Yeah, it looks the meat there looks fine. A panoramic shot of Chris's house post fire March 2018, and guys, I'm gonna level with you guys. It still does not look great, but you know what? I guess this could only be described as slightly better than before. So I don't know. You know, also, do you think they would have chosen any better colour than green for the walls? However, the sanitary level of the kitchen is still an issue. In February 2016, a video was leaked of Chris showing off his collection of frozen sperm. Okay. The containers made of Tupperware are labelled "Do Not Consume," sample, a date and timestamp, and his signature. One had a date of the 18th of the 5th, 2015, and another the 20th of the 2nd, 2016, showing that he had been maintaining the collection for at least 9 months. As of this date, well, nearly over 5 years. Chris's goals are to keep his semen viable for after transgender surgery, subliminal frequency hypnosis removes his dick, and he also wanted to be able to donate to a lesbian couple named Sam and Ella, an honour he lost to Johan. Of course, a DIY sperm bank will not work with a standard freezer, so all Chris had accomplished is making something that pairs with his Fanta. They're more than welcome to each other. List of videos filmed here. Presumably, almost all of Chris's IRC chats and webcam VoIP conversations took place in the kitchen, save for a few that employed only his PS3. He has also ventured out of his room, shockingly enough, to record several videos in front of the computer in the kitchen. So that's literally just a list there. I don't really need to go over all of those because I don't really think any of these are that important. What I'm more concerned with is, you see, I think one of my neighbours are throwing a party now because it's somebody's birthday, and they're gonna freaking keep that up all night again, which would only be the second time in the span of 30 days. So that, guys, was Chris's kitchen, and if Gordon Ramsay ever came into this house, there's absolutely no way. I think he would have just said, shut it down, or probably better still, probably have just burned the place down again, because I think one fire wasn't enough to, stop this kitchen getting any more cluttered. Just, oh my goodness, guys, I'm gonna level with you right now. I am not in any way have OCD. I do not have OCD, but I have a very serious problem with houses, well, places that are in this level of squalor. Because, well, again, Chris is more than capable of, anyone is capable of cleaning up a place like this. It does not take that much, it takes very little effort, and, to be honest, not a great deal of time. And you know what, again, Chris, a man in his late 30s, and I bet you his kitchen still looks almost unchanged from the modern day pictures. I absolutely can guarantee that. And what's even worse is that if I ever got to the point where I think that was absolutely suitable, I think I would just completely end it all. I would not be able to live with myself if I lived in a place like that. I would be there. I don't care how long it would have taken to have cleaned, to remove every single blob of oil or grease from every single plate, deep washed everything, maybe given the walls a completely new colour, and I don't know, actually, house trained, Clover and Stoopy, because no matter if they actually cooked anything on those stoves anymore, but the smell of Clover and Stoopy's urine and shit, not to mention the cat's fecal matter, the stench is going to be so deafening that I don't think it's a good thing that Chris is a yard and his establishment has so much surface area, because if the stench got to next door, bugs would have absolutely gone into that place as well. I've said it before and I've said it again, I can actually smell Chris's house from here. And I've said this before, but I half imagine that Chris's house is almost a very good representation of his mind. It is cluttered, it is unorganized, it is revolting to go near once you look at the bigger picture. And the worst thing is that Chris is going to blame other people for looking like this. And again, tell me how on earth this is the troll's fault that his house has gone to this state. You tell me, because I genuinely do not know what if there's any defense whatsoever for a house looking like this. Sometimes, you know, the conditions of places like these are usually the occupant's own fault, and this is no exception. This is straight up no exception. And again, you cannot for one instance tell me it's because of Chris's autism means that he can't do anything about this. Are you sure there's nothing Chris could have done? I think I'll just leave that right now before, you know, I barricade myself in my room to prevent the noise. They're going to keep me up all night again. What's worse is that the heat is just... I've been sweating literally all day long, and the noise is going to just keep me up. So, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading of Chris's Kitchen, courtesy of The Quickie. Please also make sure to also... leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you thought of Chris's Kitchen. And also, again, take it from me, guys. Do not consume, or, you know, do not go anywhere near 14 Branchley Court in broad daylight. Please also make sure to also like and subscribe to get daily notifications when my videos come out. And I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.